What's up guys, Aaron here, back with another video. Today's video is the iPhone 8 and 10 amazing new features. You in the middle. Welcome back, and I'd first like to mention that these 10 amazing new features are all features that we've heard from extremely reliable sources. Now obviously the new iPhones haven't came out yet, so we'll just have to wait and see how many of these new features are actually implemented into the new devices. So the iPhone 8 is set to debut with a whole new redesign, and if the rumors are correct, we can expect to see 3 different iPhones and also some pretty cool new features. So feature number 1 is the removal of the home button. Now Apple's said to be completely removing the physical home button and will be replacing it with a virtual home button under the screen. This will allow for a bigger screen with no bezels. Feature number 2 is wireless proximity charging. The iPhone 8 is set to finally receive wireless charging. However, we've also heard that it'll also have proximity charging. Now proximity charging works by automatically charging your phone once you're in the vicinity of your charger. So for instance, as soon as you pull up in your driveway or open your front door to your house, your iPhone will begin charging, and then it'll stop charging when you leave your home. Of course, you'll still be able to dock and charge it wirelessly, but proximity charging is definitely the future. Feature number 3 is the Apple 11 chip. This chip is said to be 30% faster in terms of CPU and GPU, and will also be accompanied with 3 gigs of RAM. Feature number 4 is a new build. Apple is said to be contemplating whether to use metallic, metal, or glass. With the iPhone 8 being Apple's biggest redesign of the iPhone comes different choices for the hardware. Apple's said to be experimenting with different materials for the next iPhone, and we're pretty sure it'll be nearly all glass, with a metal surrounding chassis. Glass technology has advanced over the past few years, becoming stronger than ever, and glass would also allow for great signal reception. Feature number 5 is vertical dual cameras. The iPhone 7 Plus brought a dual camera system to the iPhone, and the iPhone 8 is said to be slightly tweaked in the design by moving the dual camera system from side-by-side or horizontal system to an over-the-top or vertical system. And the reasoning behind this may have to do with Apple's big leap into augmented reality as well as virtual reality. Feature number 6 is the OLED display. Now Apple is said to be adding an OLED or organic light emitting diodes display to the iPhone 8. Apple already has the best LCD display on the market, so they definitely know what they're doing in terms of displays. The OLED screen will deliver crisper images and darker blacks, resulting in a crystal clear display. Feature number 7 is facial recognition and or iris scanner. The iPhone 8 is said to adopt facial recognition and or an iris scanner. A facial recognition determines the size of a person's face by scanning the shape of your face as well as your facial bone structure. The iris scanner would work by using the front-facing camera to scan your iris, which each person's iris is different, similar to a fingerprint, making this technology incredibly secure. Feature number 8 is different color options. So currently the iPhone comes in white, matte black, jet black, silver, gold, and rose gold. However, the iPhone 8 is said to be receiving some new color options. So far, the rumors are pointing towards a new red, blue, and perhaps even a ceramic white model similar to the ceramic white Apple Watch edition. The ceramic iPhone could possibly be called the iPhone X and have more premium features than the other 2 models. A red and blue color option would be kind of cool to see and would also be reminiscent of the iPod color lineup. Feature number 9 is waterproofing. Apple has always been late to the game in terms of features, and both wireless charging and waterproofing are just way too long overdue. Now Apple added water resistance to the latest iPhones, however we want the device to be waterproof. Now for Apple to achieve this, they've said they've been working on several different methods, and they need to close most of the openings and I/O ports. So in terms of hardware, they've already dropped the 3.5mm headphone jack, which was the biggest leakage problem in terms of waterproofing a device. Next, they will be removing the physical home button, which is also another opening which would allow water into the device possibly, so that will also help to waterproof the device. And if they really wanted to further waterproof it, they could remove the charging port altogether and go completely wireless, which of course I doubt they'd do. And feature number 10 is better cameras. Apple is said to be adding optical image stabilization for both the wide-angle and telephoto lenses, as the iPhone 7 Plus currently only features optical image stabilization on the wide-angle lens, and it will also feature 3D photography effects. Now we're not quite sure what the next iPhone could be called, but the rumors suggest a few different possibilities, with the first being the most obvious one, which would be the iPhone 8. Although technically this should be called the iPhone 7S or 7S Plus. And if you even want to get more technical than that, this is actually going to be the 11th iPhone, so the next iPhone should be called the iPhone 11. However, Apple has stated that since this is their 10th anniversary iPhone, they might just call it the iPhone 10. They've also stated that they won't be releasing a minor spec update like a typical S model, so we can pretty much count a 7S and 7S Plus out. They said they will be releasing a whole new design. Which brings me to my next subject, and that's the release date. Now, typically Apple releases their iPhones in the second week of September, and if they do release it in September, I can pretty much guarantee that it'll be released on September 13th, 2017. Now, with that being said, once again, something to keep in mind that this is Apple's 10th anniversary of the iPhone, so they could shock everyone and release the next iPhone the same time that they released the very first iPhone, which would be the actual 10th anniversary of the iPhone, which would then mean that it would be released on June 29th, 2017. Now, we've only covered 10 of the new features that we'll see in the next iPhone lineup. There will be plenty more features, and I plan to make more videos like this covering them all. So make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on that content. Let me know down in the comments section below which features you're most excited about, and make sure you're following me on Twitter. I'm at ReviewTheBest. And if you haven't yet, make sure you get subscribed on YouTube, as I will be giving away an iPhone 8 as soon as it's released. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you guys for watching. As I mentioned earlier, my name is Aaron, and I'll see you guys on the next one.